Uh, Hello, everybody. She's already with my darn audio. Jeez Louise. I hope you guys can hear me. Welcome to Level Up Circle TV. This is your host, Dr. Leland. So, Author's Call, it's that time of the day again. I say day, even though we do it once every 3 months. The reason I'm doing this Author's Call right now, it's a month. We start on August 1st, ladies and gentlemen. So we start signing up now, right? And the faster you sign up, the better it is for you because then you can start writing. You can start asking Susanna and I, especially if you're a first time author. You're going to have a lot of questions, the what if situation. And don't worry, we will hold your hand all the way through. I guarantee you, this is not our first rodeo. We've been in it for a while now, and we're in it to win it. I know it sounds cheesy, but that's how I'm thinking right now. Also, if you want to have your own anthology, you're like, yeah, this is great. But I have an idea for my own anthology that I want to do. We do have anthology in the box. Susanna and I work with groups. If you and your group, whether it's for work, it's for your friends, you want to write about something you really truly care about and that you want the world to know about it, you let us know. We will help you. We do have a minimum sign up between 20 to 25, depending on that. And as far as upfront costs, we will talk about it. Just DM Susanna and myself, and we will get you going. But for Level Up Academy, this is Rebel with a Cause, right? And one time, one of my girlfriends like, "Why is the R like on fire?" Because I am on fire. I am mad as heck, and I am on fire. I want to talk about the issues that we have, especially for me. I might be talking about education this time. I might be even talking about parenting. I might be talking the state of California. Who knows? But I have to be careful, right? And but at the same time, I'm careful to the point where I'm not going to be silenced, but I'm just careful on making sure that I don't have libel or slander, right? For those of you guys are into suing people. Look it up. Libel and slander, the difference between the two. Anyhow, Rebel with a Cause. You're probably wondering, well, it sounds good, but what does that mean? Look at the book cover. Whatever comes up for you. That flower is called sampaguita. It is a Filipino flower. It's flower of hope. Think about the time that you challenge the status quo. Do you stand up for your beliefs? It feels like you're an island sometimes because you do not go with wherever people are doing. There's so many bullying, whether it is adult bullying or children bullying others. There's so many kids, beautiful babies, 13-year-old killing themselves from bullies. My heart breaks for this parent. Right now, one parent got a gag order. She can't even talk about her daughter, unliving herself because one of the daughters accused is the father is a superintendent of the school. So she got a gag order. It's up to us to talk about that. Aubrey Wyatt is her name. Say it out loud, people, right? It gets me so upset. I have two beautiful girls, two beautiful daughters. I couldn't even imagine like that feeling, right? Do you embrace innovation and creativity? Why are you in business? That's what 50 Inspirational Connection is all about, right? Are you resilient in the face of adversity? How many times you face divorced, moving, losing a child, losing a parent, losing your own identity, losing your job. In the moment you're allowed to cry, scream, kick, and moan, but the next day you better get up and get going, right? Because nobody else is going to cheer you up but you. But when you are surrounded with people who's not going to allow you to stay on that ground and moan and groan and be having pity party for the rest of your life, that is the kind of community that you need to be in. Do you inspire others? Have you been told, hey, thanks for that info. I really love that. Thanks for the inspiration, right? Do you drive social change? It comes from within you. When people see the fire in you, the fire that you have, the passion that you have in helping others, they want to help others too, right? Do you value authenticity and self-expression? Being yourself sometimes can be scary because you don't know if you're going to be likable. The moment you commit yourself and said, I don't give an F, I'm going to be myself, crazy, whatever, and people are still friends with you, those people you need to keep because they're there for you, not for anything else. And ultimately, are you a change maker? Do you want to change something? Our aim is to change the world. Yeah, no, the world's 8 billion people. I get it. Listen, my mission is big, level up the world through education, but slowly I am. I'm educating people on compassion, being yourself, communication, right? Communication. You will lose opportunity and friends when you don't communicate. When you have a problem with time management and you don't be accountable for your own actions and you just do radio silence, that is not my loss. That is your loss. Just letting you know. Now, if you answer more than 3 of these, you are a rebel with a cause. So this is for you guys. So join us now so we can amplify your message. It comes with a TV show as well, because my commitment is for you not just to write your book and legacy, but to be on video and social media. That is the currency today to be visible. Okay? And then, oh, look at this beautiful 50 souls. Aren't they amazing? These are my ambassadors, my dear sister Susanna, Annie, King. Do you not notice that this is in red because they are on fire, right? And of course, look at my sister Danielle, and Annie's like, oh yeah, we're so professional. And me, it's like, okay, pink hair. It doesn't matter. I show up the way I want to show up. But look at all of these 50 amazing souls. These are people you need to connect. These are the people that are 50 inspirational chosen to connect on LinkedIn. Okay. And we're going to keep going with this amazing people. And guys, okay, this is like shameless plug on me, but look at, I have 1,000 designs in Canva. You know why? Because I've been helping business owners out there to show up for themselves, also to make sure that you guys can be heard and seen. And if you look at on this side, wait, where's my finger? This side, yes. Right? Moving Beyond Boxes as my sponsor, and Hounds of Business Community is also my sponsor. If you want to sponsor your organization with Level Up, let me know. As we grow, the availability is going to close on that as well. And again, this right here, Moving Beyond Boxes, and also Beyond Boundaries, these right here are all done by Susanna and myself. Okay. So are you guys ready for Lecture Sunday? I hope you are, because I'm not. Oh, Mrs. Susanna's laughing at me. I hope you're ready, because I'm not. Oh my gosh, I'm sick. Oh, I like that it's covering my face right now. How do you like them, Apple? Okay, so I lecture. My full-time job is a professor. And I actually teach mostly veteran students. And I teach associates, bachelor's, and MBA programs. And I want to share this with you guys. This is something I teach at university level. So the agenda is, what is principles of management and who is Frederick Taylor? Okay, so these is just a little glimpses. This is from the book written by William Sabatino, Mooney, White, Perez, Wyrick, Cortez, Garrity, Belcher, Bourgeois, and McIntosh, and Kuhn. So when it comes to contributions to management thoughts and practice, it goes back to 5000 BCE from the Sumerians. They were the first one that has written record keeping. Then we go to 4000 to 2000 BCE, the planning, the organizing, the controlling. This is the 4 types of management, principles of management, by the way, is coming from the Egyptians, okay? Hammurabi, controls and using witnesses in legal cases. They started that back in 1800 BCE. And then, of course, Nebuchadnezzar, wage incentives and production control, started that back in 600 BCE, all the way down to Sun Tzu, 500 BCE, a strategy and identifying, attacking opponents and weaknesses, right? Management as separate art is Xenophon, Cyrus, Cato, Diocletian, Alfarabi, Ghazali, Barbarigo, Venetian, Sir Thomas More, and Machiavelli. Cohesiveness, power, and leadership in organizations. So if you think all of this recent most business leaders like they're the amazing leader, no, it started back these people back in the individuals and groups back in the days. Okay, guys, so keep that in mind. Now, principles of management. What is it about? What is it? It helps managers make decisions. It also helps managers allocate resources, activities to achieve what? Organizational goals. Organization is huge. Level Up Academy has different organizations and what we focus on. So, what does that mean? Planning, organizing, staffing, directing, disciplining, controlling, coordinating, division of work, right? These can be daunting when you are owning your own business and you're like, how am I supposed to do this? Guess what? You have all the hats in the world. Take your time. And that's why you don't want to scale so fast that you're going to fall. Slow down. This right here is Frederick Taylor, 1856 to 1915. He's the father of scientific management. Born in Germantown, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's an industrial engineer in management. So if you really look at the history of management, to be honest with you, I was kind of curious. They're all engineers. They're all engineers who created the processes of managing people and management, right? They help managers make decisions, right? Allocate resources and coordinate activities. But he was a laborer, right? He worked himself all the way to chief engineer, and he does training and development and incentive systems. He also developed the time and motion studies, standardization. Notable works is impact and legacy. What does that mean? He literally timed, okay, how long does it take CJ to type this newsletter for 50 inspirational connections? CJ, go. Literally, he started that. Frederick Taylor did. Okay. So when anytime that you're thinking, oh, no, scientific management, Frederick Taylor started that. Henry Fayol is a French mining engineer, another management theorist, father of modern management, because under his leadership, the mining company he used to work for was facing bankruptcy. And then they became highly profitable when Henry Fayol took over. And in that process that he did, he identified 14 principles of management, adaptation and adaptation, right? So when people talk about when there's change, you need to adapt, that's not original. That is from Henry Fayol, right? Peter Drucker, I'm sure you guys probably know that if you study business a lot. He's a renowned management consultant, educator, and author, and also a management theorist, right? He started MBL, Management by Objectives. You have to have clear objectives for each of your employee. The power has to be decentralized. You don't ask for everything from one person, from the CEO. You can have a manager, a director that you need to ask for permissions and things like that. And then you have to train your workers so you'll be knowledgeable. And everything in your business has to be customer focused. Okay. So when I say in your business, it's not about you, it's about your customer, it's about the people. That's what I meant. Now, Max Weber, I'm sure you guys also heard of him. He's a German sociologist, concept of bureaucratic management. How many of you guys like red tape? I don't, but you still have to maneuver yourself in it. Structured and formalized approach to organization. He talked about key principles of hierarchy of authority, formal rules and regulations, impersonality, division of labor. I think United States have a lot of division of labor if you look at our federal government list of labor. And then, of course, career orientation, what you do for your job description. Douglas McGregor, Theory X and Y. Basically, Theory X means that employees are lazy. They lack ambition. So you need to be authoritarian. You need to tell them what to do. I think that's micromanaging for me. I can't do that. Theory Y is employees are self-motivated. They seek basically responsibility and they're more participative management style. This I can buy in. Theory Y. Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Guys, I used him for my dissertation. He is still alive, I believe. Look it up. Google it up. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You need to do this if you're an international student. If your teacher haven't taught you, service, I'm telling you, come talk to me. Okay. Basically, he's saying there are 5 needs that we do as humans. Physiological needs, air, water, right? Room. Safety needs, we need our jobs. Social needs, we need our friends. Esteem needs, we need title for our job. Self-actualization, passion projects, right? Hilton Mayer's human relation theory, emphasizing Maslow's. social needs, employer participation, and also work environment. And then we end with Kaizen. It's about continuous improvement, right? It's a Japanese management philosophy. Small increment changes. Start with small. Then employee involvement, get so that they can get the buy-in. And then quality at the source. Make sure you have credible sources. And that's it. Dude, I'm 2 minutes late. I talk too much. Okay, whatever. That's my lecture for that day. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hopefully, you guys had enjoyed that. I'm gonna bring in my sister now because I think my throat is hurting. Yeah, no, you talk now.
Oh, that's how it goes, huh?
Yup, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
So,
So much on the
sister,
management side.
what?
So much on the management side.
I could actually talk a lot more. I mean, I lecture 6 hours a day, so this is like 15 minutes, nothing. There's so much into it. Next time, I'm gonna actually do a case study on Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where I actually made $600 in 30 minutes, and that was in my 20s. And I'll teach you how I did that by just knowing Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's possible to really gain knowledge because I use external and I also extrapolate case studies that are real, so that you can extrapolate information, but also use it as an example if you need to, for credibility. It's really important, guys, that when you use somebody else's work, that they're a credible source, right? That's why I don't allow my students to use Wikipedia and I always tell them I'm allergic to any pedias. And the
Yep.
reason for that, because people can say whatever they want to say. That doesn't mean that it's actually looked at. And you wonder, why do people go to Cengage or, at this library? It's because before your books and your articles are actually put in academia, third party people review that's called peer reviewed articles. They literally review to make sure that what you're saying is actually true and you're just not claiming it for the sake of claiming it out of thin air. And that is why I've done academic publishing for a long time. And so writing and not in academics, I was like, CJ, switch your brain. I think I switched my brain a little bit more now. Yeah, I can say that. Right, sister?
You're getting there. I mean, I'm used to both because my master's is history. My passion when it comes to history was primary sources. I loved diving into the Fruce books, Foreign Relations of the US. I was a diplomatic historian.
Yeah, I do academic publishing and management and international business. That's what I do. That's what my family does for over 50 years. So that's why I love doing case study because it's real life situation, not theory. And that's why I got my degree in DBA, not a PhD. Although I think we should get a PhD. What do you think?
We're talking about it. I see it happening.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a PhD. We can never have enough degrees. I'm thinking, we should get psychology. And then she gave me a look. She's like, we have to.
Yeah, but you know how it goes. You never say no to CJ.
Yeah, that's true. Rashida, thank you so much for being here. This is the first time Rashida's here. My brother Ollie is here. What's up, bro? I know it's so nice to see you guys. Yes. And Lisa, what's up? Ooh. Good morning, good evening, everyone. Sister, let's talk about our book club.
Book club. Bring it on. It's going to be fun. I love how we keep saying book club, and I have a feeling a lot of people, they're stuck in a box because a book club, it's like you read a book, you talk about the book. That's what a book club is, right? No, not with us. We bust the boxes. So, book club is so much more. And in many ways, you don't have to read the book to be in the book club. You get to learn how to write your book. You get to learn how to market your book. You get to learn all this stuff. And if you hang around long enough, you get to be an anthology and put everything that you've learned to use in that anthology And you may even, by the time you get to the anthology, already have your chapter written.
Yeah. And so the book club really was born because Susanna and I are going to put our classes in another platform anyway. But we find that some of our entrepreneur friends don't have the budget or don't have the money or don't want to put out the money, let's be honest, right? Because we do a lot of things for free, but we do value our time. And as our projects and our time is getting thin, we want to make sure that we can continue these free stuff for people. The way to do that is to have small fee. It's $50 a month for 10 months to get your book written with us by April of next year. But every single month, you'll have a class that you can take, um, asynchronous. Basically, you can be on your own. And then once a month, if we have enough questions, Susanna and I will hold a Zoom live to answer your questions to make sure that we can help you. This is for the people who wants to write, but like really super apprehensive and scared of not being able to fulfill, right? And we're having a little bit of coaching probably on mental and mindset on those classes as well, because it's all about courage and it's all about, getting you want to be visible. This is the hard part. You want to be visible. You know your business is good, and you know that it's just everything is so expensive, right? And so how do you enter in this world where you get to be elevated? I do for free elevation on Wednesday for my community, but I don't do it for everyone. And I'm going to tell you why. If you don't own a business yet, but you want to be an author, you're creating your own brand. Your own brand that you're creating is for yourself, obviously. When you work so hard for your brand and then you want to help other people, that's the goal. The problem is our heart gets us in trouble because we're so nice and we want to help other people, but then your reputation gets taken after all this time that you've worked because you aligning yourself with people that they don't like because they're not aligned with the people that you should be aligned with, right? There are some people that are questionable. Just because you're not doing some questionable stuff on LinkedIn, you should actually review all your social media if you're doing questionable things in other types of social media. And then ask yourself, why are people not aligning with me? Stop blaming other people like, oh, they're just not for me because of this and that. Why don't you have a little bit of mirror on yourself and really in retrospect look at yourself? So we're going to have a little bit of that conversation in our book club, right? Because we want to make sure that you're solid. When this book comes out, whatever book that you're going to do an anthology with us, that you're solid in the foundation and the courage to say, hello world, I've arrived, right? Because we can only do so much for you. At the end of the day, it's you that's going to need that foundation strong. And we're here for you more than a book. We're going to help you up, hold your hand and said, let's go and don't let go, right? Because I might just drop you 10 feet tall and you're like, fly bird, fly. What else is happening to our level up sister?
Oh, let's see. We got the book club. You already talked about the anthology. Um, your magazine just came out, and quite frankly, that's what I love about the magazine is how much it fits as you've started, and then I've picked up on it as well because it really aligns with me. The focus on being soul hearted and that because to me it's so important to look at yourself and your core, your authentic self. I mean, people can look at you and they'll see a shell, but who you are at that core, that is that is what needs to come out. That is what needs to move beyond the boxes. And that is when you say you want to help people, that soul heartedness is really what's there to help people. Because sometimes you said this before, when you've got people that are talking about being heart centered and yet when we look at the actions versus the words, actions always speak louder than words. And so many people, they're willing to listen to words, and they'll let the words placate, but you've got to see the actions with it. And when the actions and the words aren't aligning, and what you're seeing is not heart-centered, much less soul-hearted, there's a disconnect. And that's that's also how you were looking at the 50 inspirational. I really get you never said this, but I really get the feeling that when you were doing your snooping and pooping thing, going through everybody's stuff, you really weren't looking for that soul, for that heart centered. You were taking into practice, what is it to be soul hearted, and is everybody doing what they say they're doing?
Yeah. Um, I'm over heart centered. I think it's played out. People are just riding the wave, and they're not really doing what they're doing, what they're supposed to be doing, what they're saying they're doing. A lot of people who are like influencers or gurus, like, I'm heart centered. I'm like, okay, show me the money, meaning show me your work. What have you done for the community? That, see, you could be the nicest person. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm saying you could be the nicest person, the most amazing person, but what you're saying and what you're doing are not aligning. Like, really reflect, right? Because whatever you're doing for yourself, for your business, and what you're trying to show up for, it's for other people. Stop thinking it's about you. It's not about you. The only reason that it's about you, it's because you know your lessons already and you're trying to share that lessons learned to help others. But if you're not helping others and you're just telling people, oh, this is me, I do this, 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 great. What have you done for the community? Nothing. What happened? All right. So you're just talking about yourself. And I'm like, okay, great. You're amazing. Got it. What makes you more than amazing is you helping other people, right? And there are so many people you can help. And some people, like, I don't know where to start. Start by not pitch slapping. There's so many people on LinkedIn like, I'm for this and I'm for that. And they're all talk. And it's so amazing how people who are vulnerable because they really are seeking that community who cares about them gets suck up on that community. And I'm watching them and I'm like, man, this is going to be disaster soon. They're going to find out that this person right here is not true to what they're saying. They love, I mean, there's so good marketer and salespeople out there that are like, I'm for the community, da 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 da. And then I see it, I'm like, unfollow, unfollow, unfollow. The reason being is I don't want to be associated with someone who talks but not the walk. I want to be with someone who talks and try and try and try and try. And that's what I did with 50 inspirational people. Is I want to make sure that whoever is there, even my, like you said, my magazine is all about soul-hearted leaders. I could have done more, but I'm only needing 20. Of course, I included myself in there. Duh, I created the word. And I know I do something for my community. I included you there because I know what you're doing. And Danielle, because I know what she's doing. We do so much for our community that a lot of people know. But that's what I want people to know. Each and every one of this 50 inspirational, they're doing something for their community. But you only have so much time and hours throughout the day to really be reaching what your messages are. And that's where I come in, right? Because I want to show people that you can do it. It is possible, right? It is possible to be someone with us. So that is the reason why I wanted to do that. Now, let's talk about the Barnes& and Noble signing. How was that?
That was a blast. That whole weekend was just, it was a phenomenal weekend because, catamarans and all. and and okay, I'll go straight back to there's just too much stuff that happened during that weekend. But the book signing itself, to walk into the Barnes and Noble and have 6 of us there, and for me, okay, I met Danielle in real life for the first time on Friday, so the day before, and the two of us were basically together, uh, and then the three of us were together for dinner that Friday night. But getting to see Jacqueline and Kinga and Harsha, getting hugs, getting that connection, and then seeing the people who were coming in, because the first guy to buy a book, I don't think he was there with any plan at all to do that. He just happened to walk in to where we were, looked at it, and decided to buy the book, and then came back and had it signed.
Yeah.
And then there's others who brought friends in. You had people coming in. Jacqueline came had people coming in because you're local.
Yeah.
And then we had Angelica and Dan. So all these different people.
I invited them to come over. I'm like, guys, we're gonna have a LinkedIn get together. And so
Exactly.
yeah, that was really fun. That was the only anthology that we're in that got out to Barnes and Nobles, and I want to do more of that.
Right.
So speaking of that, let me show. Hold on one second. This right here. If you go to levelupwithdoc.com, you can actually here. That's the whole QR code, guys. If you want to scan that and just save it. This is basically most of the time I'll put my stuff on the business page, and this is Rebel with a Cause. If you bring in people for friends, you can get in for free. If you part of our authors club that you've been writing with us before, then you can actually come in at $100 off every single time. Okay. And I actually, this is like I made everything together, including the book. And this is my level up. This is actually not anywhere else. It's not AI. It's not even Canva. I created it from another software, download, upload. Like I did so many to create this title. And I'm going to keep it at that because we are on fire. It's literally my like on fire within your heart. And if you notice, with a cause have a little hearts in them. Um, actually, the it was so fitting. The title, the font comes with that already. I didn't have to put that. Literally comes with it. And it took my eyeballs like 2 hours to figure out what font that I wanted to use on this one. And I was coughing like crazy. My husband's like, "Why are you so like determined?" Because I was so irritated when he's like, "It's time for dinner." I'm like, "What dinner? I need to figure out this with a cost thing." And they're like, "What?" I'm like, "Ugh, just go," you know. But I really love with a cost. It's because it's within our hearts that we do it, right? So if you go and scan that, you will get into this page. This is where the anthology is going to be. And then, of course, these are some of the compelling reasons why authors should choose to write with us for
Mhm.
Rebel with a Cause. So be a part of a movement, amplify your voice, and broaden your reach because you could also be an Audible. Remember that I don't just do books, I have TV shows. This is a TV show, and Thursday is for book authors. You can be an E360, so you basically on Roku channel, Apple TV, Google Play, LG, and Samsung. We just added and then join a community of change makers. I have about almost 200,000 hours downloaded for 2 months, I think, or a month of March, or no, May. I haven't had June yet. And that is the demographics as mostly female on TV and then mostly male on our YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube, 800 people live watching us right now. Thank you so much, guys. Join a community of change makers, make a tangible impact, something that people really like. Wow, I can resonate with your. Remember, people are already waiting for your story. You
Oh,
could be the guide for somebody else's jumping off a cliff, guys, right? This one is enhance your credibility and influence, share your unique perspective. You're like, well, I already have 4 solo books. Okay. I'm like, okay, what's your point? The more that you have, the better that you are in terms of your credibility, right? That is the name of the game. It's not the quantity, though, it's the quality. Some
Always.
people will have 10 anthologies and they're crap. I'm sorry, right? Um, I need you guys to understand that there's always differences. Like when you're in school as a student, you can have an A student, a B student, or a C student. Do you want someone to operate with you as a C student or do you want someone to operate with you as an A student? They're both doctors. Same thing for anthology. Just because everybody makes it doesn't mean they make it the same as we do. Now, in terms of support, again, Susanna and I will make sure you are the king and queen for our anthology. It's not my anthology. It's not Susanna's. It's yours. It's ours. Right. And then, of course, really our thing is think about all the greats that you have learned. Where did you learn them from? The books. You are a great, right? So this will leave a lasting legacy for your family. And I like how I write this and I can't even read it because, yeah, I'm like, what the heck? I can't even read my own thing. Being a rebel is about more than just a defiance. It's about it's about passion and purpose and the relentless pursuit of a better world. Rebels are driven by a desire to make a meaningful impact, challenge injustices and inspire others to join them in creating positive change. That's what we're all about, is creating positive change. These are all subject to change, but I'm very structured. If you guys don't know already, when I tell you to give me 5 minute video, please don't give me 501. I'm just saying, okay, because I want everything fair. If I have to do it with one person, that means I have to do it with everybody. That's what I've learned being a teacher. I need to be fair and I can't do favoritism and stuff. August 1st, we start writing. So if you join now, you can start writing now and you can send us information on where you need to be. And then we're going to have our first Zoom on August 3rd, second Zoom on August 17th. These are editing Zoom. You'll see. It's an amazing time when you're in the Zoom. I will remember to do it for an hour instead of 30 or 45 minutes, maybe even an hour and 15 this time. And then August 24th, your final submission, and hopefully your book. September 6th, it will be out. And then September 14th, you can buy your own physical book. It's going to be in your hand. Oh my God, that's so amazing. Yeah, Susanna and I are collecting our books, and I think we're writing solo books too, so we could add it in there. This was Beyond Boundaries. It's on Book Baby. These are all the 27 co authors that we have. So you will be listed on our website as soon as you become our authors in here. And then moving beyond boxes, I keep saying physical book is available. I should put a link in there on Amazon because Susanna already has it out. And both books are #1 international bestseller. And then again, we're going to put your information here. So we give you memes, free memes, literally to put in your social media. It is up to you to also share it with your people. And then from there, we are going to keep adding your legacy with us. So let us know. And then as far as the magazine, I have one again in September. I'm not sure what the theme is on September, but this one came with a TV show. Most magazines that I do, I don't do TV show. It is my birthday month. So I'm very generous right now. These are soul hearted leaders, right? And I really love when I was looking at the background, and my daughter's like, Mom, why does it look like a lake? Lake scares me. I'm like, don't worry, it's not for you. It's for the leaders to see pass through the lake. Okay. She's so funny. I designed the cover. I design the front because that's what I want to do. And then obviously I added all this information, Rebel with a cause in here. Depending on how many people we have, I might put you in press releases with this book as well, just like I did with Beyond Boundaries. And of course, Jacqueline and the Sun Are Red brought her friends, and these are the pictures with her friends. And Barnes and Noble's listed our book there. So I thought, oh, that's nostalgic. We'll just add that to the magazine as well. And then Jen Lin went to town. I just moved things around a little bit, but she really went to town on designing. We kept it at brown on all of these things. And then I added here and there. And so, yeah, keep reading on all of these people. And then next time, hopefully, you'll be in our magazine as well. Now, sister, what makes us different in terms of creating anthologies?
Well, that fits just what I've been thinking as you've been talking through this, because we saw there's a lot of different things, but I have to go where my squirrel mind took me in the first place. The first we did the first book, Beyond Boundaries, and that was what it's like to be in life's gray zone. Then we did the prequel, so to speak, with moving beyond boxes, because that's what it takes to get from being stuck into that gray zone. Now, Rebel with a Cause, that's kind of like the sequel to Thriving in the Gray Zone, because this is where you come in and you just kick butt. So we have, even when we're not thinking about it, we have a theme, we have a cycle, we have a connection between the books for these anthologies. But the other things that make it different, number one, everything is you and I doing this together. And the way we work is just so easy to do with everybody. We have two very different personalities, and it just it's just amazing how it flows, because you're the one that can jump in and snap decisions, do things, and away we go off and running. And oftentimes you've already got so much listed in your head going to the next thing and the next thing, that this is why it's so much fun and not really hard to work with the different authors and take them and watch. I mean, that's the other thing. Look at how many of the authors, they were nervous going into writing that first chapter. And what they gave us on the first chapter, I mean, it was, I'm not going to say good or bad. They gave us something. We saw them in what they wrote. And then between us, we give ideas. We give what we see. We're not telling them to change anything. It's up to them. We're not telling them to change how they write. We don't want to change their voice, because each author is so unique. That unique voice is so important to come out when readers read each of these books, each of these chapters. Is this, like I say, you've got the soul of each author in their chapter, and then the way that we put the book together, the soul of each chapter creates the soul of the book. And I'm never sure which is greater, the soul of the book or the soul of each individual author.
Actually, it's both, because
Exactly.
without the authors, there is no book. And unbeknownst to you, you think I'm not thinking of their weaving. I am. That's why I changed the title from the very first time that we talked to this one, because once I like latch on to being soul hearted, then that's when I'm like, okay, well, soul hearted means this. Like my book, like, okay, English is not my first language, it's my seventh, right? And the way I learn English is through dictionary. And thesaurus is my best friend. So, like, when I see that, my brain goes, okay, this is the meaning of this. And I'm like, okay, so what gives me the good energy vibe that I can run with it? Because if I'm not happy with that word, I can't work with it. It's like,
No,
if I'm not happy with the person, I can't pretend to like you. Like, if I don't like you, I won't say anything. I just distance myself a little bit and still watch you and what you do, because at the end of the day, it's not about me or you and your personality. We don't if so long as you're doing something for our community, I am the happiest, right? Even if I'm not supporting you in this end, I am the happiest that you're doing and I'm doing the same thing for our community, because it's not about me or you, it's about the community. It's about how we can do better for our children, right? It's about the future of our world, because let's be honest, we're expiring. We're going to the up that ladder where exit is soon, right? And so what you need to concern yourself with is lessons learned. What are we going to make an impact and legacy in this world through lessons learned? Unless the whole world just kaput, videos like this will live forever. Books will live forever, right? Guys, if you haven't had this, April is in here. Okay, a lot of people, on LinkedIn are all in here.
Exactly.
This is Susanna's baby right here, Moving Beyond Boxes. Okay.
And that beautiful cover.
Of course. And then, of course, this is the old magazine for Level Up Circle Volume 1. I actually am old school. I love feeling.
Well, don't forget this one too.
Yeah, mine's downstairs.
That's why
I'm glad you
we
got
work so
that.
well together.
Yeah, like mine's downstairs, right? I always have this because it's like it reminds me when I'm tired and I'm like, oh, what am I doing? And I'm like, oh, I'm doing because of this. Okay, I got it. I have to remind myself. Okay, so it's 7:48, and we have a lot of brothers and sisters who are here. Thank you guys so much for being here. And as promised, I'm Susanna. Should we give away a chapter tonight for Rebel with a Cause?
Let's do it.
Think so? What's up? Education, love seeing you. Yes, right? I always have lecture Sunday. Even when I'm sick, it's hard centered. Ollie, you're so good with your words. It's not even funny. Susanna Dawn, I love your look tonight. Ooh.
Well,
Everything.
okay. You played a big role in this look.
Yeah, I dress her up. She's my Barbie. She doesn't know she's Filipino. We got some
Oh
stuff
well,
I can't even say in here right now.
if we go back to last weekend, it's like we taped the show and you had all three of us in wigs.
Danielle's like, I don't think I'm a blonde. I was like, you good. You look good in blonde, sister. You just need to work it, have that courage, have that attitude.
You look
And
good
her
in
husband's
blonde.
like,
And then everybody's like, did you change your hairstyle?
and you were in pink. And I'm like, yeah, CJ happened. That's what happens with CJ. Oh my God. Yes, my birthday is 7/11. So if you're in the US, take some 7/11 for free. Okay, so let's go ahead and do it. I'm going to have the machine. I have to click on all of you guys' message because the machine won't recognize your message. Building the themes. Yes, we do. We build themes all the time because that's how we work it. So if you guys want to put in your messages, now is the time because literally I'm going to click it. La 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 la, behaving like Ollie. One time I was upset publicly at this woman. I think it was at Target or something. And my daughter's like, Mom, stop growling. Apparently, I had a chi-chi because when my dog, when she gets mad, she goes, Urgh. And apparently, I did that to the woman, and the woman's like, put back whatever I was. Because I was like, Urgh. I guess I was growling and I wasn't aware. And she probably thought I had rabies or something. I was like, oh my God. She's like, Mom, stop growling. I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. Did I growl? She's like, yeah, I think you're taking on Chi Chi too much.
Too much chi-chi time? That can't be right.
Oh my God. Wait, we are Filipina. That's right. You're Filipino. We are Filipina. That's right. It's all about community, people. We don't care. We show up. We have fun. We karaoke. We eat and have fun some more. And I was so happy that I actually met Kinga and gave her a big fat hug. Okay, guys, let's see what we can do here. Okay, here comes the raffle. This is from all your comments. I'm gonna do in 5, 4. Oh my God, sister, are you excited? Who's gonna be with us? Wait,
It's gonna be fun.
can I write it down because
I have paper, dear.
I don't have pen? Oh, here.
I have pen. I have paper.
Okay, one of us
And
has
this
it.
is
Okay.
being recorded.
Oh, duh. Squirrel out. Okay, here goes.
We're
Ready,
good at
guys? Oh my
that.
God.
Ooh, it's a long one.
Oh my God, who's gonna be with us? Dr. New. All right. Okay, we're gonna have one more. What do you think, sis?
Okay,
One more?
one more.
What do you think, guys? Let me see your comment. Just say yes, one more. You guys want one more? Yes? Yes? No? You don't want one more?
I see lots of drum roll.
Okay,
India,
so
April, they're all on the drum roll. So, and all
okay,
is a 3, 2, 1.
okay, let's do another one. I never done two in once. Did I do two? I don't remember.
Yes, we actually have done 2.
Okay, this one's a short one.
This is a short one. Ooh,
Lisa!
somebody new.
All right, Lisa F is gonna be rebel with a cause. That means it's you guys' job now. You're ambassadors and part of Rebel with a Cause, Dr. New and Lisa. You need both to. We're gonna create a meme in a group and add you that because now you guys are gonna be part of being an ambassador to spread the word to now have people join us.
Yep.
Congratulations, guys! Oh man, that is so amazing. Congrats. Any last minute quote for you, sister, before we
Last,
end?
last minute quote. Move beyond boxes and shine. Be your authentic self instead of what others try to tell you you are because they're wrong.
They're wrong. Anyhow, you guys, no quotes from me, but I'm still watching you. Just because you're in 50 inspirational connections already, don't stop being community. Don't
Oh,
stop loving your community. Don't stop showing up. Don't stop going. Don't stop highlighting people. And tag us. Tag us. If you catch somebody doing something cool, tag me and Susanna. And you're like, yes, let's spread those words. All right. We love you guys. See you. I have Wednesday show, 9 a.m. PST, same channel on YouTube. Thursday show. Who's on my Thursday? Oh, Sharon and Chasen's going to be on Thursday for me. And Susanna is going to be on Wednesday with me. I love having my sister. I don't know what we're going to do. We're going to sing happy birthday for me. Dang, I can't do it with YouTube. I wanted to get 50 cents like, go shorty, it's your birthday. We're going to party like it's your birthday.
you know how
Darn
I
it.
am at singing.
Oh, one of these days, I'm going to make you sing. I'm going to make you sing. Love you guys. Bye, everybody. I just want you to know that. Yep, that is my sponsor, Hounds of Business, Mike Asher Brenna. Bye, everybody. See ya.